Hey, travel buddies. Before I jump into this video, I just want to make one thing clear first. When people say America, most of the time they're talking about the United States. But geographically, that's not the entire picture. North America is a continent. It includes 23 sovereign states. So that's Canada, the United States, Mexico, 7 Central American countries, and multiple Caribbean nations, right? So countries like Belize, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, they're all a part of North America. So when we talk about America, we need to understand that it's bigger than the United States. So with that context, let's talk about reputation. Today, I'm going to react to a video posted by Politics Joe. Shout out to Politics Joe. He's on the street asking Brits if they ever consider moving to America. This was 2025 when he posed this question. Of course, it's 2026 now, but it was still recent and it still applies. I'll leave a link to his original video in the description so you can give full credit to Politics Joe. So let's get into it and see what they said.
In 2025, would you move to America?
No chance. I just think the climate is just really quite toxic at the moment. What's happening with like immigration and ICE, but also just like women's rights. It's just scary. My grandfather lives in the States. He actually was like, oh, potentially voting for Trump. Just the dichotomy of how it works and how citizens are interacting with the government and lack thereof is just really.
It's amazing just to hear people talk about your country, and everything she's saying is true so far. It's just amazing. It's like someone talking about your house or your family or something. It's so personal, but we need to know. We as in Americans, United States Americans, have a reputation of being ugly Americans, and they mean that in a way of arrogance, in a way of ignorance, and in a way of thinking that America is the world. And to some people, America is their world.
Scary.
No, because I am transgender.
Same reason, definitely not.
Would I? Yeah, I think I would, yeah. I think the lifestyle out there, you know, it seems okay, you know.
Same as, yeah. Different lifestyle. Actually seems a bit more relaxed over there and open, doesn't it?
And I say, pay attention to the difference. Like these two gentlemen said, yeah, sure, I think the lifestyle might be a little more relaxed over there. So they're open to it. But just pay attention to the difference in generations.
As long as it's not to do with Trump.
No, never. No. It's just scary. You don't have, like, free speech.
I agree. I won't move there. It's nice to look at. You'd step over there and you already lose, like, 10 of the rights that you have here.
Oh, no.
So those young ladies basically are saying, yeah, it's just so strict. There's so many rules and your freedom is infringed upon in America. So that's their thought about America. I do want to just clarify another thing when I talk about arrogance versus ignorance. Arrogance is knowing other ways exist and still believing yours is superior. Ignorance is not knowing. Sometimes you just don't know the lay of the land. You don't know the culture. You don't know the economic system there. That's just ignorance. You can learn that, but arrogance is your fault.
No interest in moving there. It's a complete hole. No,
He said no, it's a complete hole.
I'm all right. I'm content here. No, I would never move to America. There's nothing about America that I think I would prefer over here. Like literally nothing.
Absolutely not, to be honest. I can't stand them. I feel really sorry for you. Sod the Yanks.
What? He was like, I feel really sorry for you. And did he say accept the Yanks? I don't know. Somebody who speaks British, jump in the comments and tell me what he says.
No, I don't think it's a very safe place to be right now. There's a lot going on politically, and I feel like as a woman, I wouldn't feel that safe.
I don't think current climate comes into it for me, but it would be a no, just simply time zones, and it's just very far away from my family, friends and things like that.
Maybe like if it was like New York, I don't think I'd want to move anywhere like Texas. Anywhere.
Now, Texas, y'all got a real bad reputation. They're already saying that America is not a good place. It's violent. I don't want to go there. They don't have anything that we don't have here. But she was like, I'll go here, but I won't go to Texas.
Super scary like that.
Not at the moment. I'm not particularly interested in going to the US at all at the moment, so maybe not. Just the political environment at the moment. The obvious things. It's just doesn't seem a very friendly place.
sad. Not a friendly place. Look at the ginger kids. I mean, my God, if the gingers can't come, where can they go? But I will say this, if you pay attention, a lot of them are mentioning political climate. They're mentioning the violence, and just feel like it's a nasty place to be. And that's cold-blooded. I hate that for us.
No way. Nah, no way. I'll stay away from America for now. Absolutely, no way. You know, our age group, so it's a place I'd like to visit in the future, but I think at the moment the tensions are just too high with everything going on, and I'd stay out of it personally.
No, I think I'll just stay out of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, stay here.
Maybe not. Yeah, they need to wake up a bit, don't they? It's a bit mad out there.
No, dead to me. Horrible.
No, I mean,
Oh, it's just dead to me. Not even a consideration. Wow.
you just can't say yes to that anymore. Definitely, like, you know, glitz and glam. It looks great, but they got so many issues there, man. That I just couldn't do it in good faith. Not anymore.
He shares a view of a lot of people. When you think of America and the land of the milk and honey, you think of Hollywood, you think of stars and people with facelifts and glam and everything like that. But clearly, people can see we have underlying issues.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think they've got the edge. Of course, we're not without our issues, and 100% there's 101 things wrong here as well. But America just seems to do it bigger and better, and that's the same with the issues they've got as well. So yeah.
You heard that? Americans do it bigger and better. And that could be the glitz and glam, but that also could be the issues that we have. Just too much.
100% staying this side of the pond.
No, I don't know. It's too. I feel like the rule. I'd probably get. I don't know. I'd be kicked out. But I wouldn't go with the rules. I wouldn't last a minute over there. I don't think. It's definitely stricter over there than it is over here. 1000%. If I was to go anywhere in America, it'd be like maybe like Canada.
Yeah, probably New York. Love to live there, but obviously
And again, I don't want to insult you, any of my travel buddies out there, because I know a lot of you are well versed on where things are. But because I mix it up with all kind of different people, I just want to draw attention when they say, "Will you ever go to America?" And the gentleman here with the white shirt on, he's like, "Yeah, maybe Canada." So keep in mind, the U.S. could not even be a consideration for people. That's not the world. It's part of America.
For me.
obviously the gun crime over there as well. It's, you know, it's legal and that kind of puts you off. But yeah, I'd say New York. I'd love to live there.
Nah, I don't like the culture. Whether it's tipping, the thoughts on abortion. Nah,
I think.
Now he said tipping and their thoughts on but I was curious. I wish they would have asked him more in detail, or maybe they did. I didn't see it, but more detail about that tipping, because in different parts of the world, tipping is either welcomed or it could be offensive to somebody. So I would just love to know his thoughts on that.
Guns here would be madness. It's already bad enough with knife crime. If you bring guns into
He said knife crime. I don't even hear that term in America, in the United States, knife crime. It's almost like watching these people back in a different time.
This equation, not a good mix.
And that idea of freedom and those historical ideas of freedom back when the Constitution was written, the Constitution isn't reflective of the society we live in today, and I think that's quite scary. In the UK, we don't have guns. We're not hearing people talk about the right to hold a knife, but you would say that would be the equivalent in the UK. So where is that parallel?
There is no parallel, and I love that she brought that up, because when you go to different countries, this one in particular, no one is saying, hey, I have a right to carry a knife, and no one's fighting for this. It's amazing.
Gun violence, not with it. Say the wrong thing, you get shot. I'm a mouthy piece, so if I say anything wrong, I'll get gunned down.
And he says, hey, my mouth is something lethal. I might say anything, but in America, that might not work out well for you. You could end up hurt by that.
I'm not for that. It's just the same as it's always been. It's no different. It's just it's in the news. That's all it is. It's the only difference. It's being like put out to people widely, but it's still the same as it always.
Yeah, I think everyone would say that, but well, yeah, even then, like rights and stuff are a bit more touch and go there. Yeah, the gun law is just ridiculous. That's absolutely fucking stupid. How there's guns are just allowed to be normalised. I just don't get how you can buy a gun in a shop. No, I would never. No, I think it's crazy.
Also, they got guns. I'm not a massive fan of guns.
They're very Republican, and I would rather not. And they have guns, and they're all just cringe in that way.
It's just Trump, obviously, there, complete lax gun controls. I mean, I think it's obviously the stuff that we get served in the media.
What Trump is doing, and I think especially in the political climate at the moment, thinking back to our not so recent history, that's the word, the parallels are really quite scary in just what Trump is doing. I don't think that it's a climate that any young female in particular would want to grow up in.
Imagine just hearing about a country and feeling they have mentioned the word afraid, scared, violence so many times just in this short video. Just imagine if you live here, you don't think anything different. We have become numb to some of these things that are happening, but there are other people living in different places who have quality health care. They treat the elderly with respect. The American way is not the only way.
If I don't like someone who's like ruling the country, why should I even go there?
Well, I think a lot of people are moving out of America. I mean, there's a lot of bad things going on with Trump. It's a lot of nonsense going around right now, and I feel sad about that. It's very embarrassing. I'm not for it at all. And when I travel, I feel like people are frowning upon me. Even though I didn't vote for him, I didn't vote for Trump, I'm against all of that. So, yeah, it's a bit alarming at the moment. But I don't blame people for not wanting to live there or move away right now. I would move away, but I can't right now at the moment. I'm working. I don't like the idea of a dictatorship, and I don't want to be a part of that. And I think that might come into play later on, and people don't want to be a part.
Now, he's an American, but on British territory, so they asked him the same question. And again, another thing I noticed that he says, I would move away, but I'm working. I feel like these people are working too. You can work anywhere. It's just a matter of what you get used to, what you're willing to accept. So keep some of that in mind as we continue.
Part of that either.
We are definitely worse culturally, and governmentally we are definitely getting as bad as them.
Yeah, well, America has definitely taken the first steps. Britain is slowly sliding down.
Yeah, I like Americans. They're good tippers, and I work in a bar, so on the whole, Americans have been quite nice to me, but only the ones that come to this country.
I can tolerate them. Some are nice.
Wow, he said I could tolerate them. Some are nice. So be clear. The reputation of an American is a arrogant, ignorant, lazy American. But I can appreciate the server guy says he works in a bar and he appreciates Americans because they tip him well. That's another thing. When you go to different places, different countries, you should know what's appropriate in this country, in this state, in this city, in this town, or whatever, because American people don't tip here a lot of times. The people who are serving you, you should tip, and you should know what the tip rate is.
I like the country. I kind of like the culture. Yeah. Everyone's talkative. Everyone's interested to speak to you.
We had an American person come into where we work at the weekend, and he was so loud. And you hear about it, and you're like, they're not all loud. He was really loud. He was so nice. He was really nice. So loud.
I think that's funny because I hear that often too about Americans in my travels, that we are just loud, boisterous. I think some of that comes from a bit of arrogance, a bit of superiority, just not respecting the levels, the volume level, the frequencies, the vibes of this place. We just do what we do. It's not when in Rome, do what the Romans do. Americans typically are wherever you are, do what you do.
Very grating.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the accent. It gets on my nerves. They're just very single-minded, I guess.
In terms of landscape, they've got nice national parks. Yosemite, very nice.
The food looks alright, but if I ate too much of it, I think I'd become fat. So,
baby, you will be fat, and that's facts. You see, just to hear other people, and I'm not saying they are right, wrong. This is their opinion. And we should know, and if you don't know, I'm here to tell you today that American food is full of toxins and is full of things that are actually banned in other countries. But you don't know that until you get out, until you spread your wings, until you enter a new culture. It is not a coincidence that when you go to different countries, the women are slimmer, even after having children. The men are healthier just because of the food that they eat, just because of the environment that they live in. Some of them are not worried about living check to check or health care not being available or living under a dictatorship. All of that adds to your stress level and how you live.
I don't know what's in it, so yeah.
When you talk to Americans, when you're over there, they love our pubs and what we've got over here. So there's that, you know, we like what they've got. We've not quite got everything they've got. And likewise with them, like, you know, they love our history, don't they? And
I mean, you can see the way the coffee culture's taking off now. Some of the pastries here now, they're awesome, aren't they? You know, the culture is changing, I think, and for the better.
Don't think.
And outside of culture, you hear, or outside of violence, you hear culture a lot. People need to understand that whatever culture you have become accustomed to where you live, that is not always the case somewhere else. And I just encourage all of my travel buddies out there to keep an open mind when you are visiting different countries. Your mindset should be more of, I'm open to learning, versus they don't do it like this back home. You're not a home player. Different things happen to different places.
I think it would be safe and conducive to like a healthy lifestyle. And apparently they have like no holidays. So that's awful.
So with that said, what do you all think about that? So they're asking random people, would you even consider living in America in 2025? Again, we're in 2026, but that was just a few months ago. So I personally am not surprised or shocked to hear this type of feedback from people across the pond, because this is what comes across their media. Comes across their news feeds. If they have family or friends that happens to be Americans, United States Americans, that's what they hear. And that's not far from what is happening here. My main goal for this channel is just to bring awareness to Americans and how we move, how we treat people who come to this country, and how we treat others when we enter their country. So I just wanted to chat with you and see what you thought about, were you offended by anything that was said from the people in the streets? Do you agree? What would you like to see change in America? Were you aware that America consists of more than just the United States? All of those things. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm Keisha, and this is my corner.